Alex is hopping in and is going to get us locked and loaded. Okay, let's begin with the breaking news. Off the top. Speaking of getting your house in order, President Trump firing Mike Waltz. I have opinions on this. Mike Waltz was a regular on our show before he joined the White House. I'm sure there's going to be a certain contingent that's going to be cheering this. Let's go to the breaking news here, ladies and gentlemen, as we get our script in order, please. Thank you.
All right, there's a breaking news that happened in the commercial break. So what you're looking at photographs right now of Michael Waltz. He is the president's national security advisor, except for we just got news that he is going to be leaving the administration along with his deputy, Alex Wong. Of course, if you might remember the story of Signalgate. I don't know if that's for a particular reason, but there was some consternation among some people about Mike Waltz, who you might remember was a congressman, Green Beret, a long history and career in foreign policy. And I believe...
The thoughts on Mike Waltz is this. Mike Waltz is roundly seen, and let me begin by saying he's a regular on this program. He was a regular on this program before. He was a congressman from Florida. I like Mike Waltz as a person. He's always been very kind to us. He's been somebody who has told honest and true information on this program and fought very, very hard for President Trump in the 2024 election. Okay, so I like Mike Waltz. He's been, again, I have not seen him to be a liar. But I don't know everything. And I'm just speaking on behalf of this program. So here is what has happened since he joined the White House as the National Security Advisor, which is, of course, a very, very important position. I think you need to go back in time just a couple of years and note that the National Security Advisor position, like John Bolton, has been like the deep state's sleeper cell inside of the Trump administration. That's what the NSC operates as. The NSC is a sleeper cell operation that has been used to sabotage Trump. Good, perfect and good example of this. John Bolton used his agents inside of the NSC in order to listen in on President Trump's personal conversations. Now, they do that a lot, but this time they took the transcript of that, leaked it to Adam Schiff, and got President Trump impeached. That all happened from within the National Security Council, which is the globalist, deep state, bunker buster missile that hits inside of the Trump administration. So that position is really important. That position cannot be a globalist. That position cannot be somebody who wants forever war. That position cannot be somebody who's a neocon. I am not trying to say Mike Waltz is all of those things, but that is what everybody calls Mike Waltz. Now, Laura Loomer has done a ton of background checking and reporting and has found that various members of Mike Waltz's administration, Alex Wong is one of them, and maybe we can put up some of that reporting here, has, let's just say, non-MAGA and America First connections, where there are members of the National Security Council who have deep ties and connections to the Bush family, which are effectively, you just have to see the Bush family as like the exact same. They're synonymous with Barack Obama at this point. They're the same people. Pure political clarity and zen and understanding is the realization that Michelle Obama and George Bush are of the same party. They're the same people. They want the same things. That's why they hug in public. They're the same. And so this is what President Trump is fighting. And there are people inside of the NSC that have, let's just say, connections to a world that Donald Trump has utterly decimated and destroyed, and they'd love nothing else than to get in there and to start leaking. Now, Signalgate. This is something that it has, was a big no-no. And I said at the time, and we can go pull the tape, that with Signalgate, what was revealed was at best gross negligence and incompetence at the highest level, because they added a reporter that hates Donald Trump with every fiber of his being and writes fake news about Donald Trump. He literally writes fake news about Donald Trump. But it's not just like President Trump ate a Big Mac today, in the White House and got ketchup stains on the carpet. It's like fake news that Donald Trump calls dead soldiers suckers and losers. It's the worst, most pernicious style of fake news. You can't get lower than Jeff Goldberg, who was added to the Signal chat. As I've said before, the person who added that individual should be fired. And what this seems to be is confirmation that President Trump agrees with that, and that President Trump has done the firing, because it became quite clear that Mike Waltz was the one who added this reporter. Why did he do that? Mike Waltz says, oh, it was a mistake.